Hello guys, my name is Zachariah. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reacting to The Legend of Technoblade King of Minecraft by EvanMCGaming. My previous Evan Gaming video that I reacted to was the first part of the Dream SMP. Now we're going to just take a better look into a much longer documentary into Technoblade. This one's actually about an hour long, so it's going to take quite a while to render, edit if I need to cut anything, and upload. So if you come to enjoy my reaction, I do ask you to please leave a like and potentially subscribe if you want to see more of my content. And if you end up liking the actual video itself, not necessarily my commentary as much, then you can go ahead and look in the description and find a link to the original video and EvanMCGaming's channel, so you can leave a like on his video and subscribe to his channel. And now with all that out of the way, let's just jump right on into the video.
Technoblade has seen a lot in his 7-year journey on YouTube, and today we're covering it all. From the Potato War to Minecraft Championship to the biggest duel in gaming history, this is the Legend of Technoblade. Since this is a long video, I put timestamps in the description to all the different topics I'll be covering. However, all of them are related, so it's best to watch the whole thing in order. Also, this video took weeks to make, so if you could take 1 second to subscribe, it is completely free and it would make my day. Thank you. Now that that's out of the way, let's start from the beginning.
I just gotta say, he has his intros to his videos so well done. I thought this the first time, like, that's really cool. And then to add, like, the pig step, sort of, I believe that's a remix. Maybe I'm wrong. But just add a pig step, the vibe to it, since he is Techno the Pig, you know? Uh, I just think that entire thing was put together so very well. That intro is amazing. I'm sitting over here failing to do a proper intro and taking like 3 attempts every time, and then also cutting out a bunch of blank space where I just go like, like every video. That's why there's so many cuts at the beginning. It's kind of entertaining with how bad I am. But let's continue. I've got an hour to watch here.
Believe it or not, Technoblade has been on YouTube for over 11 years. He began his first channel, Studio Lore, on July 5th, 2009. He posted infrequently for the next 4 years, building up a solid 47 subscribers. Soon, he saw the rise of a new game on YouTube, a game called Minecraft. He decided to ditch the Studio Lore channel and move on to a new one where he would start posting Minecraft content. On October 28, 2013, he created the channel Technoblade. Techno had already been playing on smaller faction PvP servers and absolutely dominating them within a couple of weeks, so he decided to take on the challenge of joining a bigger server. He could have chosen Mineplex, the biggest Minecraft server at the time, but instead he chose the up-and-coming server Hypixel. For his first 6 months on the server, he played Minecraft Hunger Games, as it was the most popular game at the time. After those 6 months, he had only gained 300 subscribers, so he decided to shift his focus to something more interesting. He began making montages of himself beating some of the top Hunger Games players in the community, which finally allowed him to start gaining traction. During the next year and a half, he had reached nearly 14,000 subscribers, but something was about to happen that would completely change the course of his channel. A new game on Hypixel that would take over YouTube. This game was Skywars. Skywars was an instant hit, holding nearly 8,000 concurrent players, launching Hypixel's player count past Mineplex.
Gonna be honest, I remember these days. I never really got big into Sky Wars. I was more into like the different versions of Bed Wars, like Egg Wars, and I believe there's one called Money Wars as well. That soon came after Sky Wars, but this got Hypixel more or less on my radar. Otherwise, I played a lot of NCSG back in the day, Mineplexes they put up there because I liked a lot of Mineplexes mini games. Um, and then occasionally the Hive, since I have a lot of European friends. But yeah, no, this is what got me into Hypixel server, along with the old system that they used to have, where you could play Hypixel's custom adventure maps on his own server, and that was just the best way for us as little kids to be able to play an adventure map together. So that was awesome.
Techno immediately started recording Skywars content, but he needed a way to stand out from the crowd. so he began grinding ranked Skywars. Before long, he secured a spot in Masters Division, reserved for the top 10 ranked players in the world. He spent the next 2 years making content on Skywars and amounted over 100,000 subscribers during that period.
Jeez. So I asked in like the very first video, there was a comment telling me that Technoblade's the best PvPer, and I'm like, wait, is this like an actual true thing? And some of you guys were like, yeah, he's considered to be one of the best. And usually when you see a YouTuber being called the best Minecraft PvPer or the best Minecraft player there is, stuff like that, it's usually clickbait and only considering content creators. He was in the top 10 in the world for Skywars. Like, jeez, this guy actually. I didn't realize that Techno was literally that good.
After discovering live streaming and continuing to grind Skywars, his channel doubled in size within a few more months. Around this time, he did something so random, yet so impressive, it went viral. He beat Minecraft Hardcore using a steering wheel.
Apologies for that ding, that's my
Minecraft
email.
Hardcore is a version of survival that is locked on the hardest difficulty, and would automatically delete the world upon the player dying once. As if that wasn't hard enough, he decided to beat it using a steering wheel instead of a keyboard and mouse. Through his journey, he went through many challenges such as spawning over lava lakes in the nether, losing his home, having many close encounters with mobs, and using a steering wheel. After 9 long hours, he finally managed to beat the game, and the video now has 8 million views on his channel, making it his 3rd most viewed video, beat only by Skyblockl and Proof I Don't Autoclick.
You guys are all just mad because you're bad. Alright, that is 732 times per second. As you can see, I just clicked that. You're bad at video games. Okay, good.
Techno's such a troll, and I love it. Even young Techno there. But I don't have the steering wheel in my apartment, but I have played Overwatch using a controller emulator to play Overwatch with the steering wheel. And it didn't go well. But it only took him 9 hours to beat it, according to what he said. That's crazy. Being Minecraft in 9 hours using a steering wheel. I think I'll pass on that challenge.
Yeah. Soon after this video, another new game was released on Hypixel. On June 29th, 2017, Hypixel released their biggest hit yet, Bed Wars. Techno immediately jumped on the trend and began making Bed Wars videos, until one day he realized that he had won 349 games in a row.
You
After
just realized that?
The number that was, he decided to see who had the highest win streak at the time. What he found surprised him. He was only 25 wins away from beating the world record. He knew he had to go for it, but he had to do it right. So he gathered a team of elite Bed Wars players, and together they would try hard 4v4 Bed Wars, attempting to get the highest win streak possible.
Using Noxcure music, I love it.
The record on September 23rd, 2017. And with this began the Bed Wars win streak world record.
I really love this music. If you don't know what it is music composed by Isaac Wilkins of the Noxcure. I use this a lot in my gaming videos. And this is the Terra Soup Force one.
One week later, something happened that brought insane attention to the streak and put even more pressure on Techno. At a streak of 600 wins, the owner of Hypixel, Simon, tweeted out that upon reaching a 1,000 win streak, he would reward Technoblade with $2,500 of store credit to give to his fans. There was no going back. Techno would either continue the grind or fail in front of hundreds of thousands of people. And so, the grind continued. Powering through hackers, stress, and thousands of helpless players, on October 14th, Techno and his team managed to reach a 1,000 win streak in Bed Wars. Just a few weeks earlier, the record had been 374. Techno had shattered that by nearly 3 times. And he wasn't done yet. For the rest of
Jesus.
October, the streak continued for hundreds of games until it became more of a burden than a challenge. And on October 26th, this happened.
So anyhow, I'm gonna throw it away now. We're doing it. No, I'm a big boy. Come on, dude. Come on. I'm pushing you towards my bed. Do I have to combo you across that bridge? Why is it so hard to lose, Bed Wars? You can do it. Yes, yes.
Why is it so hard to lose?
Yes, I'm free.
He had ended the win streak at 1,400 consecutive wins in Bed Wars.
Jesus.
After Techno set the record, lots of people attempted to break it, but nobody could. This unbelievable record stood and stood for a miraculous 3 months?
Well, to be fair, honestly, like a lot of the Bed Wars games that I get in, it's literally like I am as good as they are, except I can't speed build. That's the only thing I can't do that all these great players are doing that I see occasionally when I play with friends in Bed Wars. I still lose a lot of Bed Wars matches because a lot of my friends aren't esports players. Like they don't grind game mechanics to become the best at them, you know. I don't really grind them to be the best at them, but I like to be very good at almost every game I play. So I will grind it out and learn things specifically so I can be that way. That's just me as a person, though. But yeah, no, that's actually kind of a true statement. Some Bed Wars games, you literally just can't lose with how bad some of the other players are.
On January 27, 2018, Techno uploaded a video where he teamed up with Defone, who was approaching the record at the time. In this video, the team managed to get Defone to a win streak of 1,401 wins, breaking the old record. As with the last win streak, they did not stop there. The team continued grinding, reaching 1,500 wins, 1,600 wins, and even 1,700 wins in a row. Then, as with the last record, Defone got bored and decided to end the streak. And just like that, 2 months later, on March 15th, their streak ended at 1,818 wins. And that is where the Bed Wars win streak record stands today. After the Bed Wars win streak saga, Techno returned to posting his usual Hypixel content, mostly Skywars commentaries and Bed Wars challenges. Also a few Fortnite videos. Anyway, his views started to stagnate and trended downward for the next year and 3 months, until June 2019, when something totally unexpected happened. In the span of 10 days, not one, but 2 channel-defining trends began on Techno's channel. The first was Hypixel Skyblockl, more on that later in the video, and the second was Minecraft Monday.
This is where I first
Minecraft Monday was a
realized who
14-week
Technoblade
competition
was.
created by Keemstar that united many YouTubers from various communities to fight in a series of minigames for a grand prize of $10,000 each week. YouTubers such as Ninja, PewDiePie, James Charles, and even Mr. Beast all joined the competition, fighting head-to-head in various Minecraft minigames. This event was first announced on June 11th, 2019, and as soon as the announcement was out, Technoblade attempted to join the event, tweeting at Keemstar, "Put me in, coach!" Soon after, Technoblade was added to the roster of players due to lots of support on his tweet and a good following. After being selected for the first event, he was paired with Shotgun Raids, who today has 1.2 million subscribers. They were one of the most hyped teams and the favorite to win the event. Everybody knew to watch out for Technoblade.
I guess, Cappy, I'm passing you in subs today. Okay. This is actually the first time that I ever saw who Technoblade was, because I used to watch a bit of J-Schlatt here and there. And I believe in one of these, I watched Bajan Canadian, because I used to watch him way back in the day, like early days of his Hunger Games series, and Captain Sparkles. I will occasionally get a nostalgic feeling and I'll just go watch a Captain Sparkles video, you know? So this is like the first time that I saw Technoblade, but I saw him primarily through the eyes of J-Schlatt, and it was quite entertaining when those two teamed up.
After a round of practice, the tournament began. In round 2, the duo came extremely close to victory with 7 kills but lost to Woofles in the final fight. In the third round, he died fairly early with 3 kills as he was blown up by TNT. Shotgun survived to 3rd place. In the 4th round, they came close once again, taking 4th place with 6 eliminations after falling to Vicstar. By this time, Techno
Vic and
had
P
over
as well.
5,000 viewers, which was insane to him. In round 5, they died very early in the game when both Techno and Shotgun were critted out by Vikkstar. They didn't even make top 20. In round 6, they finally made it. They won the game with ease and swept the final 3 teams. Techno finished with 5 kills. By this point in the tournament, Techno and Shotgun were down 100 points from Vikkstar and Pizza Hut, and needed a major comeback to win the $10,000 prize. In round 7, Vikkstar was their prime target, and with 7 teams left, they engaged in combat. Techno and Shotgun were severely outgeared but had the jump on Pete. After Techno comboed and killed Pete, he was quickly finished off by Vic. Somehow, Shotgun clutched up and got multiple hits on Vic, which ended up killing him. Later in the game, Shot got caught outside the border and barely survived, but then Skeppy immediately took advantage of this and finished him off, leaving them in 4th place. By round 8, Techno and Shotgun had closed the lead to a mere 58 points, leaving them within striking distance of 1st place. They started out the match looking for Pete and Vic, but failed to find them until the final 5. They chased them for a few minutes until they finally trapped and killed them, ending the match with 6 eliminations. When they got back to the lobby, they found out they were in 1st place by 50 points. They celebrated and bragged to the rest of the lobby even before the final 2 matches. While waiting for match 9, Techno got a donation. It was 500 Canadian dollars from the owner of Hypixel himself. He had yet another
Simon
proposal
Hypixel?
for Techno. He stated that if Techno were to win the tournament, he would be rewarded with a custom pig rank on Hypixel for 1 week. This motivated Techno even more because to him, the rank was worth more than the $10,000. In round 9, more motivated than ever, Techno and Shotgun played it safe, avoiding conflicts with players who were good at PvP and saving them until the end. This worked out very well for them, as they were able to eliminate Vic's team with ease and kill the final 2 players, Captain Sparkles and Beijing Canadian. They ended the match with 4 kills, a dub, and Techno peaked at 18,000 viewers. A new record. After the round 9 victory, the pig rank was in sight for Techno as they were over 120 points ahead of Vic and Pete. All they had to do was get a few easy kills and stay alive to reach their goal. But at the beginning of round 10, they were being hunted down by Vikkstar. If they lost the fight, they would lose the tournament, but if they won, the $10,000 would be theirs. Both teams had very similar armor, but Techno had almost full iron. The fight began in the forest and was quickly over. Shotgun took on Vic and Techno took on Pete. Within seconds, they had taken them both out. The final nail in the coffin came immediately after when the 3rd place team, Jerome and Beijing Canadian, were killed. This allowed Techno and Shotgun to breeze to victory. In light of the win, Techno attempted to pull out the USB steering wheel to play the final round,
No.
but it didn't work.
Oh,
With the
that's
win secured,
disappointing.
They easily took match 10 with 6 eliminations, earning Techno pig rank and the $10,000 grand prize.
I just gotta say that, like, Techno and Shotgun, which I don't know really who Shotgun is, maybe somebody I should react to in the future, let me know. But, like, it's Techno's, like, final fight there at the end. Vic and Pete technically had the upper hand, even though the other team had the armor, because they had the low ground. And if you're on low ground with swords, you have to reach further down, right, to stab somebody below you, while they can just stab at your feet, right? So technically, they're able to hit you while you aren't able to hit them. If they would have kept the low ground and actually played their positioning better, you can literally combo the Techno and Shotgun out pretty easily. Although I'm pretty sure Techno and actually watching that, they just sort of just ran at him. So they weren't going necessarily like full try hard looking for every opportunity, but I guess maybe they just had the confidence, and I feel like they could have beat them either way there, but yeah. Vic and Pete still had a good chance to win that fight.
The stream, which reached 21,000 live viewers, marked the beginning of a huge expansion of growth.
Wish I got that once.
allowing him
Just
to reach
once.
1 million subs and beyond. The victory in week 1 of Minecraft Monday proved him as one of the best PvPers in the game and brought him plenty of recognition from bigger creators. But this was only week 1 of Minecraft Monday. There was so much more to come. By week 2, Technoblade's popularity had spiked, gaining well over 45,000 subscribers and almost 5 million views during this week alone, while also garnering widespread recognition from YouTubers as large as Ninja. This only continued as the weeks went on. As each week passed, he seemed to continually dominate and place in the top 3 almost every week. Before long, his undeniable talent brought him some extra attention from the event organizers. From week 2 and on, they continually made Techno find a new, less experienced teammate to play with him. In week 2, they split him up with TapL and made him find a non-Minecraft YouTuber, so he chose iBallistic Squid. Although Squid had some previous Minecraft experience, they let the selection slide. Bad choice. Techno once again dominated, winning the event for the 2nd week in a row. This led to an even larger amount of attention to Techno.
63,000.
At this point, Technoblade was quickly approaching 1 million subs, and all he needed to reach the milestone were a few more good performances. Over the next few weeks, Techno was paired with Chris02, James Charles, Call Me Carson, and Jay Schlatt. In weeks 3, 4, and 5, he performed very well with a personal placement of 1st, 3rd, and 2nd, while his team took 4th, 3rd, and 5th. In these weeks, though, he was purposefully placed with teammates who were not very good at Minecraft. He also was allegedly sabotaged by Call Me Carson, who only scored 69 points throughout the entire event. On top of that, Techno was being targeted and teamed on for being the best player there. Even with all of these odds against him, in week 6, Techno and Jay Schlatt had a real chance. After falling behind in the beginning, Technoblade dominated TNT Run, winning all 3 rounds.
I remember
With
the
a solid
stream from
performance
Jay
Schlatt,
Schlatt's
they
side.
moved up to 1st. After decent performances in the next few rounds, it came down to Hunger Games. All they needed to do was get a few kills and place high, and that's exactly what Techno did, placing 3rd with 7 eliminations, resulting in Techno winning his 3rd event. This win catapulted his popularity even further. In week 7, he was paired with Junkie Janker and had another amazing performance, placing 1st individually and 2nd in teams. But this week, he would achieve something even greater. On August 8th, 2019, Technoblade reached a milestone every YouTuber dreams of, the 1 million subscriber mark. After 6 years of grinding, highs and lows, and refining his skills, Techno finally reached the esteemed gold play button. From there, he has only gone farther, continuing Minecraft Monday for 6 more weeks, winning yet another in week 10, and playing until the event's eventual demise in week 13. Throughout the whole event, Techno
Unlucky
never
number
placed
13.
below 5th in teams, and amazingly, never placed lower than 3rd place individually.
Never
This
placed
crowned him
lower
the
than...
best Minecraft Monday player.
I'm sorry, for 13 weeks against content creators, you can have highs, you can have lows. But for 13 weeks straight, the worst placement he had was 3rd? That's amazing.
Of all time. Over the span of the event, Techno gained 100 million views and over 700,000 subscribers, and led to his inclusion in many more high-profile Minecraft events in the
Yes, Nox Crew.
future. The other major series that began on Techno's channel around the same time as Minecraft Monday was Hypixel Skyblockl. This series would ultimately lead to one of the toughest battles Techno would ever have to fight. Technoblade uploaded his first Skyblockl video, the Hypixel Skyblockl Experience, on June 14th, 2 days after the game came out. In this video, he detailed his journey over the first day or 2 on the game while making fun of it at the same time. As you may imagine, the video took off alongside the massively growing player base of Skyblockl, becoming one of the most viewed videos on his channel, totaling a very impressive 8,800,000 views today. This
Now
was enough to
9
cement Skyblockl as the main
jeez.
source of Hypixel content on his channel moving forward. Within 4 days from his first video, he killed the Magma Boss, claiming one of the better weapons in the game at the time, the Ember Rod. 5 days later, he became the fastest man in Skyblockl. After this episode, Minecraft Monday slowed the pace of his Skyblockl uploads, but they continued. Over the next 4.5 months, he flew through the skies, reaching places never meant to be reached. He fought dragons, killed his own kind for higher stats, and started one of the hardest wars he would ever have to fight. Lasting 9 long months, consuming hours of grinding a day. Ladies
The
and
Potato
gentlemen,
War.
the Great Potato War.
Yeah. So for those of you who are interested and maybe haven't seen it, I have actually reacted to all 3 parts of the Potato War. It will be found in the Technoblade reactions playlist in the description below. Had to plug that since
Legend
we've
has
seen
it.
it.
that Techno started farming potatoes to get hot potato books for his set of superior armor. After a few days, he realized that he had farmed enough potatoes to be in the top 50 of all players on Hypixel. Upon realizing this, he decided he had to be number 1. His grind for the most potatoes began by grinding for more minion slots. He figured the more minions he had, the easier he'd be able to catch up to first place. So he spent hours grinding and achieved the 22nd minion slot. Now that he had 22 potato minions, all he had to do was optimize them. Next, he proceeded to upgrade all of the minions to level 9 to increase production, as well as adding a farming crystal to improve output by 10%. Now that his potato pyramid was fully functional, he decided to look into the first place potato farmer to see what he was doing. By looking through posts made on the Hypixel forums, he was able to calculate number 1's potato output, and what he found shocked him. The man in first was outpacing Techno, even with less minions. He then realized this battle would not be over soon, and thus was born Technoblade's biggest rival on Skyblockl, Squid. Squid had already been farming for months, so he already had about a 7 million potato lead on Techno. Even with the most powerful farm he could make, it would still take up to 6 months to close the gap. If the Blade wanted any chance of defeating Squid, he would have to find another way.
The Blade.
After close speculation, Techno found a major problem with
That's
Squid's
an
farm.
interesting way to.
The minions
name
were
to
too
call
close together. This caused the minions to try to farm on other minions' land, causing no potatoes to be farmed on certain cycles, provided a player was on the island. Techno took advantage of this by leaving his alt account in Squid's AFK pool, dragging down the efficiency of his farm by up to 90%. Upgrading, gathering catalysts to power his minions, and AFKing led to Squid's lead being completely decimated in a matter of days. And Technoblade was now the number 1 potato farmer. After a confrontation and some more upgrades, Techno was convinced that there was no hope for Squid. But he was wrong. After the first potato war was uploaded, everyone started farming potatoes for themselves. Everyone wanted to feel like they were a part of their own potato war. However, some people took inspiration differently. Within days, countless people had decided to help Squid by paying him millions in Skyblockl coins, or giving him the materials to unlock new minions.
Oh, this is so
While
great.
Techno was taking a break from the madness, Squid assembled an even more powerful farm than Techno's and started to catch up. Upon seeing this, Techno made his plans private and assembled his own team of players to take out Squid. Their first mission was to unlock the 24th minion slot, which had never been done before by a solo player. And after 3 days of grinding,
Sick.
him and his team had all the required materials to unlock the 24th minion slot. The next upgrade he went for was the Flycatcher. Even though the stat boost was minuscule and the work required to get one was ridiculous, he had to get it as Squid had already started gathering the materials to make one. Once both of them had Flycatchers on all of their minions, they had both reached the limit for potato output from their farm, and thus had to start farming by hand. Every day, the two of them farmed for hours, and Techno's lead grew as fast as his potatoes. Before long, he calculated that he was about 22 million potatoes ahead of Squid, which would take 200 plus hours of farming to make up. And right when they both thought the war was surely over, Hypixel released the pet update.
I just have to make this cut that I have zoned out a part of this potato war part purely because of how good EvanMCGaming's music selection is. I want his playlist of music that he's able to use in videos, because it is so clean. The different music he's chosen, and how well he is able to fit it, and how there are just such perfect tones for the music. It's just amazing. And there's such a variety. I love it. I just love his music selection. I had to bring that out.
At first glance, none of the pets had abilities that would help increase farm output. But upon acquiring a legendary rabbit pet, Techno realized that the legendary variant had a secret ability that could increase the output of farming minions by up to 30% at max level. By the time Squid found out 4 days later, it was too late. Techno's pet had already leveled up quite a bit, giving him an even bigger lead. And with that, the war moved into its final stages. In the third installment of the Potato War series, Techno revealed all of the plans he had to hide in the previous episode. By finding a loophole in the Rabbit Pets boost, he was able to sabotage Squid's production at night, costing him upwards of 2 million potatoes over the 2 weeks it took him to realize what was happening. After more sabotaging and refining, Techno's lead was growing daily, but there was no end in sight. Soon, the two reached an agreement. First to reach 500 million potatoes would win the war. Simon, the owner of Hypixel, soon responded to the tweets saying the winner would get a surprise, and so the race continued. Both farmed for hours and hours a day, slowly closing in on 500 million potatoes. But something happened on June 6th, 2020, that would change the war entirely. A new update added an enchant that automatically replanted crops when farmed, and an item was added that compacted items in a player's inventory so they don't have to spend time crafting. This upped Squid's farm output by 6 times what it was before, and meant that Technoblade's league could be completely obliterated in just a few days. Starting then, the two of them grinded for up to 12 hours each day. This would be the final stretch of the war. 2 weeks after the new update, Techno started a live stream on YouTube where he showed himself reaching 500 million potatoes. Technoblade had won the war. And a temporary NPC was added to the lobby, giving Techno a potato crown as the prize for his victory. Following the war, Techno and Squid stopped farming and moved forward with other things. And with this, the story of the Great Potato War is finished. During the war, another series began on Techno's channel. He had been invited to join the biggest Minecraft SMP series ever, including upwards of 100 other YouTubers playing on a small-scale replica of the real world. This marks the beginning of SMP Earth. December 1st, 2019. Technoblade uploads his first SMP Earth video titled SMP Earth, The Empire Begins. With a plan of world domination, Techno began gathering resources. After exploring much of the land in Africa, gathering all he could find, he traveled to Antarctica, which he claimed as the mainland of his empire. Techno began to recruit allies such as Philza and VoiceOver Pete, defending the land against any threat that had entered.
Okay, so I'm just taking a look at this. It looks like they're using factions. It's a 1-to-1 scale, or like, not 1-to-1, but a real life world using factions, and it looks like there's some sort of modding system, or maybe it's a data pack, using planes. And it's like, what? This is already crazy to me. This literally looks crazy. And I can see Phil's there, and I don't know who's in the plane.
This day marked the beginning of the Antarctic Empire of SMP Earth. Roughly 2 weeks later, Techno and Philza began to take action. Using planes, the two started claiming a large perimeter, one chunk at a time, for their faction. This ultimately resulted in the Antarctic Empire claiming nearly the entire map. This conquest of roughly 70% of the map angered many of the other players on the server, and caused another creator, Wilbursoot, to hold a trial. After some deliberation, a new set of laws were formed. Techno's plan of world domination would have to wait. 1 week later, the Antarctic Empire was thriving. No conflicts had arisen, until one man threatened it all. A new danger was about to face Techno and his allies.
I'm so strong! What me?
Okay, maybe not the most dangerous person.
That's actually such a great bit from Tommy. That's amazing. He has one of those split keyboards. Not what I was expecting from that clip.
And so began a time known
Lord.
as the Battle of the Bridges. As the Antarctic Empire expanded into new lands, a bridge was constructed to connect their expanding territories. An outsider, Tommy Yennin, traveled this bridge in an attempt to assassinate the leaders of the Antarctic. They were forced to fight back, starting a war. After a long while of fighting on the bridge, the battle was over for the time being. Techno then enlisted help from Wilbur and traveled to find Tommy's new bridge. Once Tommy had spotted the two at his bridge, the battle resumed. The combat continued, taking them all around the world until no winner was crowned. The battle had gone on too long. Tommy's faction, Business Bay, had agreed to sign a peace treaty with the Antarctic. After careful negotiation, the treaty was burned. They burned it.
Yeah, from what little I have seen of Tommy in it, I don't think negotiations go well for him ever.
The war between Business Bay and the Antarctic Empire therefore continued. The final violent meeting between the factions began when Tommy challenged Techno to a battle. This did not go well for Tommy as he ended up dying multiple times. After being drop-kicked by Technoblade, Tommy led him to a desert where he had set a pit trap. Of course, Techno suspected the trap and did not fall victim to it. Tommy later explained that his plan was to let Techno kill him several times before leading him into the trap and killing him. Unfortunately for Tommy, only the first part of his plan worked. Tommy and Technoblade continued to 1v1 in the desert, resulting in Tommy dying an additional 3 times. A 3v3 battle then followed this. The teams were Techno, Sneeg, and Filza versus Tommy, Sylvie, and Grunk. Technoblade and his team ended up winning by a long shot. To try and end the chaos, Tommy and it made an attempt at giving the speech. Long story short, this ended in Tommy's death. Again. Tommy Innit and Technoblade agreed to sign a treaty called the Treaty of Da Pit. At long last, the war was over. This marked the end of Techno's SMP Earth videos, leaving both sides neutral. Technoblade, having won every single battle, was undoubtedly the winner. Shortly after the disaster of an ending to Minecraft Mondays and in the midst of Minecraft Saturdays, which never really took off the way Minecraft Monday did, a new, completely original event was announced known as Minecraft Championship. This event put a completely new spin on the classic minigame style and posed itself as a fun, light-hearted event in contrast to the intense competition of Minecraft Mondays. This attracted Technoblade to participate in the event over Minecraft Saturdays, which would ultimately prove a good decision, as Minecraft Saturdays ended only a few months later, while Minecraft Championship is still running today. Technoblade joined Minecraft Championship on their second tournament, which took place on February 9th, 2020. His teammates included S-Major, Wilbursoot, and Gamerbury. Their team did well, just not well enough to secure the win. By the end of week 1, their team placed 4th overall out of 10, and Techno landed 3rd place on the solo leaderboards with 3,669 points, only 100 behind Quig, who placed 1st. A respectable performance, but nothing compared to his fear-inducing performances during Minecraft Monday. Techno wasn't satisfied. The next event did not go much better. His team peaked at 4th place and ended the event in 5th, although Techno did considerably well individually, scoring 4th place with 2,700 points. With 2 okay performances under his belt, Techno was looking for a breakout week.
I want to say, for a lot of those people who are very good at Minecraft, let me say that Minecraft Championship is not as easy as it seems, especially the parkour section. Uh, I think I consistently got to the first part of I think section 8 is what it is. It's the Nether zone, the one where you go up the tower. I've gotten to the tower twice in all the testing that I did. I've never completed it. And I think as a player amongst testers, which I will say, I believe testers are a bit better than the actual content creator themselves. And I say a bit, and I feel like that's a little bit of an understatement, but I don't want to underestimate a lot of the content creators, except for like the very top content creators. Um, but a lot of them are just there playing the game pretty casually, having a lot of fun, trying to compete. While the very top, like Dream, Technoblade, Pizza Hut, they're definitely would be competing with the top testers. But most of the testers are, I'd say, above average, above the average YouTuber. Um, but yeah, I averaged about somewhere between, I'd say like 14th to 8th is about where I averaged in solo placements. I think the best I ever did was 4th at one test, and that was because there was no parkour. uh, so yeah, yeah, I
To
have a
keep his
lot of
reputation,
experience with
he
MCC.
needed a win, and along came Minecraft Championship 4. This week, Techno's team included 3 other creators he knew well from SMP Earth: Wilbursoot, Filza, and Tommy Innit. His team was stacked, and going into the event, they were very confident they would win. The first game of the event was Skyblockl, Things started out slow when Wilbur walked off the map. However, Tommy made up for it by pearling in on a team and pulling in 2 kills. Soon after, Techno got a trident with loyalty and went on an absolute rampage. Wiping out team after team, Techno and Tommy combined for 14 kills, winning the game and securing first place after round 1. Game number 2
I've seen all
was
this
big
before
sales
too.
at
I just
Pokemon.
didn't
Techno
realize
died a few times,
how well they
Tommy
did.
and Philza argued like a married couple, and their team finished 3rd. Next up was survival games. They had a similar start to Skyblockl, with Tommy in it being the first player eliminated of the whole game. The game progressed slowly, but Techno was able to kill James Charles. Yeah, that James Charles. Due to the city layout, many teams were able to find shelter in buildings. This led to an epic final battle between the last 25 people that would decide who won the game. Through kill stealing, cleaning, and getting stuck in cobwebs, Techno managed to finish with 5 kills and their team placed 3rd overall. Game number 4 proved to be one of their best. These were the highlights of To Get to the Other Side.
Speed bridging. Wish I was that good.
Tommy in 2nd. The 1,000 Bed Wars win streak was all for this.
Nice, nice.
We win these. 3rd. Third. Oh.
Dynamic duo.
Bro, we shot in first every time, I think. First, 3rd, 13th, 14th. Dude, we're killing it.
Red Rabbits not on this leaderboard.
Oh, they're gone. They're gone. Good day.
Second place. Yes. Second
clutch.
place. Second place. Where do you go? to
8th.
get to this
Still pretty good. Still pretty good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who is this audience member named Techno Sucks? Who put this in the game? Excuse me? Why is I'm a Squid Kid in this? And
That's
5th, good enough.
amazing.
And Technoblade MVP.
Standing strong in first place going into the 5th round, things were looking promising. The next round would be audience takeover, meaning the viewers got to vote on a Twitter poll what game would be played next.
Oh no.
After an extremely close vote, Techno got the game he wanted.
Extremely
Rocket
close.
After Tommy said,
Just killed a woman. Feeling good.
and Philza carried, they got 2nd
Thanks, Tommy.
and moved on to Game 6. This was BattleBox. They got off to an amazing start, winning 5 games with nearly max points. But in match 6, their closest rivals, the Red Rabbits, beat them by distracting Tommy, who's the only one with a sword, leaving Techno alone in the middle. They went on to lose one more match, finishing 7-9,
Techno just needed to break blocks
keeping
as
their
well.
first place position overall in the tournament.
Ignore her, let your
In
teammates
Hole in the
deal with
Wall,
it.
something happened that clinched their position in the final duel.
We're the second place player, so it's fine.
How did I glitch through that? I'm hacking. Yes! Thank you, America! I just got 500 points. That's way too much. That's way too much. 30 seconds. We got this.
There you go. Tenno, you won. Tenno,
Yes! Yes!
Oh, we're 1,100 ahead of second.
Oh my god, dude, it's worth way too many points. Look at that leaderboard.
After pulling 2nd in Parkour Warriors in Game 8, it was finally time for the final duel. Dodgeball.
Oh, they're giving it to Vic. Okay, kill Vic. He's the guy actually shooting.
I got one. Wait, did they get me and Tommy at the same time?
Yeah.
Also, why
I
are my
got Vic.
textures not loading? Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Nice.
Come on.
2v1. But he's got both.
You missed. Did you get it? Nice.
Oh!
Hey, we win these.
That's one.
One more round.
Nice. Nice.
That
nice,
was a
nice.
best of
Killer
3.
shots.
Nope.
I've got you
Oh,
out.
they're going for me, man. They know the strat.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I hit the wrong one.
You got it.
Oh, it's up to you guys.
Oh wait, I got both.
Yeah,
Nice.
Just shoot Vic. Yes! We win Minecraft Championships!
Oh, we win!
We win!
Techno had finally done it. His team dominated the event and he placed number 1 on the individual leaderboards by over 1,000 points,
Jeez.
living up to his reputation as being one of, if not the best player in the game. However, Over the next 2 months, another player would rise to the top out of seemingly nowhere. Considered by many to be even better than Technoblade, this player was none other than Dream. The Dream and Technoblade rivalry began primarily from people arguing about who the best Minecraft player was. This topic is still argued to this day, but was originally brought up by the YouTube master himself, Mr. Beast. During a collab with Dream, shortly after the launch of his new gaming channel, a joke started that would evolve into one of the most talked about rivalries in gaming history.
The world's best Minecraft player is literally hovering above your head
I don't know
right now.
about that.
Hey, Technoblade, more like Techno worse than Dreamblade.
I'm cutting all this.
If this doesn't make it in, then I am unfollowing you on Twitter.
No!
Technoblade, more like Smechnoblade. What was that? I can't hear you. Technoblade sucks, according to Dream. Before the call, he spent 10 minutes straight just saying Techno sucks.
Yeah, we were so confused.
Dream is better than Technoblade. Dream said Technoblade sucks, and
You could just tell that this is them egging on to try and get a rivalry or a matchup between the two. Because you could tell Dream's just like, I don't want this, I don't want to fight Technoblade, I don't want to have a rivalry with him, sort of thing, more or less happening right now.
then he can't kill us.
Dream just told me.
Yes. Dream,
Okay.
stop talking about how bad Technoblade is.
I never said anything.
We figured out his kryptonite.
This joke sparked a huge debate across the whole Minecraft community about who was actually better. Shortly after the Mr. Beast video, a video by the small creator Sipover went viral, holding over 1.4 million views today. In this video, he concluded Dream was in fact the best using a custom scoring system. Dream outscored Techno by 1 point. As tension rose between the two sides, Minecraft Championship was quickly approaching, and this time, Dream would be playing. On June 13th, 2020, Techno and Dream finally faced off in Minecraft Championship. Dream's team was the Lime Llamas because of the color of his skin, while Techno got his team named after him. Both sides were extremely confident they would win, and the battle started even before the first round.
Alright, well, initially, a lot earlier on in this video, I said I wanted this guy's playlist. I think I already have half his playlist now that he's playing the Nox Crew's Isaac Wilkins music, because I have all of this stuff used in my own videos. And even my outro song is Bomber Team by Isaac Wilkins of the Nox Crew. So, yeah, I think I might actually have half of his playlist.
Now, I've been seeing a lot of comments coming up to this tournament saying, oh my god, Technoblade is going to get slide tackled by Dream. Dream is going to flatten this man, alright? Technoblade is lucky he hasn't met Dream before this tournament. That's the only reason his PvP street cred has survived. And I want to tell you guys, alright? It's not going to happen. I beat him in 1.8. I'm going to beat him in 1.15. I'm going to steal his clout. It's going to be fantastic. And I also have to steal Green's clout.
Okay, what'd you eat for breakfast
Have to
this
steal
morning? What'd you eat
Green's
for breakfast
clout.
this morning? The correct answer is bacon. Okay, that's the correct answer. Bacon.
Oh,
Bacon.
Instead of let's get this bread game, as we say, let's get this bacon.
and
Spam Technoblade show. Let's get this bacon.
Round 1 was to get to the other side. This game was dominated by the Llamas, with their team holding the top 2 spots on the individual leaderboard. Techno followed in 5th. Game 2 was survival games. The Llamas got off to a very quick start, killing an entire team. Meanwhile, the Piglets got surrounded and housed by Tommy's team, who severely outgeared them. They all ended up escaping, but a massive chase broke out, leading to their entire team being killed. Then this happened.
Dream 1v4, Manhunt 1v4, 1v4 Dream.
Careful, he's gonna end your pearl up from the void.
Green slayed Dream.
Also this.
You know what? On second thought, I'm not waiting until after the game. I'm blocking
Oh,
Tommy on
he's
Twitter right
eating.
now. I'm blocking him on Twitter right now. Tommy in it. He's gone.
And at the end of round 3, Techno's team was in 9th while Dream's was in 1st. Over the next few games, they continued to rise up the leaderboards, but after round 8, they finished in 4th, losing to the Llamas by 100 points. And now that the Potato War was over, the training arc began. The next Minecraft Championship took place on July 18th. Techno had been training for this and prepared multiple strategies to try to give himself an advantage. And that's exactly what he got. After a slower start, an amazing performance in Build Mart ended up being the pivotal point early in the competition. But even more amazing was how they pulled it off.
So last night, I spent 6 hours reviewing the VOD of every build mart that has ever been played and identified the 26 possible builds that we have to make. Noted every material needed for all of those builds. Organized them by section, and then had everyone get every item you would need.
Are you kidding me? He went to that length to just win Build Mart. That's amazing.
I did not get a lot of sleep yesterday. This is what it takes to win Build Mart!
For the rest of the games, they remained in second place while Dream's team finished fourth, securing their spot in the final duel. These games of dodgeball would decide who walked away with the win. This is what happened.
Do it.
Oh, Pete's learned how to dodge.
We got both, right?
Pete's learned how to dodge. Doesn't matter, we got him.
Good. Techno. I'm dead.
2 hours, 2 hours. 2 hours.
H-Bomb's trained for this.
You could give me one if you want to fire at the same
Let's
time.
go.
Good.
Nice job, dude. Nice job.
2 down.
Good.
I glitched out. Ooh, scared.
Oh,
Okay.
One
they're
down.
not. They're gonna have to
You
hard
both got an
target
arrow, you both got
Techno.
an arrow. You both got one.
Grab the arrow.
Give it in the middle.
It's glitching out on me. I can't pick it up. Oh.
No.
No.
Take the shots. Come on.
I missed.
I got Pete.
Nice.
Nice, Pete's out.
Feed me the arrows. Don't shoot. What if team killing is on?
It's not.
What if it was? There's only one way to find that out.
Unlucky.
H-bomb down.
Good.
They really
one.
want to
Look
win
at all
this.
these people
Techno's
not
just getting
supporting
fed
us,
the
man.
arrows.
Oh, Pete's going for me. I mean, can I blame him?
He missed.
Nice, dude.
Good. Nice.
Nice.
Good.
Good job, man.
2v2. But they have the arrows.
Nice.
They want me dead.
They want you dead, dude.
Oh.
Nice job. Both arrows. Nice.
Nice. Come on, Techno.
One more round.
And this one they changed it to
Match
best of
point.
5.
Come on.
One more.
Hogger Champer.
I can't fail now. My friends. They're counting on me. Anime music is playing.
Cute.
Oh,
Good.
I thought that
Yeah,
one
the
should have
dodge.
hit flip.
1v1.
I have to dodge.
Bruh. Come on.
This is intense. Oh,
They
and
do not
he's
like
out
me,
right
team.
away.
It's up to you. It's up to you,
Yeah.
team.
Callum, do you want
Take
it?
your
Do you want
time.
it?
I'd love it.
Let
I'd love it.
CPK and Philza shoot. Shoot H-bomb.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh
got
no,
this,
you
you got
left
this, you got
H-bomb
this.
for last, you fool.
It's okay.
3, 2, 1, shoot.
Go on.
You
I
don't
hate
wanna
the
time
3,
it, you
2,
wanna
1
take your
stuff.
time.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a thing that also the testers found out very quickly, is that timing it is just no good. You just find a little bit of a pattern, or if they get to the edge, you have a pretty clear shot, because when you're in the middle, you can go left, right, or you can stay where you're at. You have 3 options. But if you're on the edge, you can either stay where you're at or go towards the center. So you wait till someone runs towards an edge and then take the shot if you have both arrows. And you also want to make sure that you're probably just targeting 2 different people, unless there's one person specific. That's really good.
I just stood there, dude.
No. No.
Oh,
Oh. I'm
We're
so
talking about
mad.
Aiden.
They put up an incredible fight, but it wasn't enough. However, despite losing, they still beat Dream. The two called after the event, and a joke arose that they should be teamed up for the next event, although it was pretty obvious that would never happen. Anyway, there was some time before the next event, and during that time, Techno took part in a different event, a massive creator Hunger Games with upwards of 200 creators across multiple platforms and countries. An event that was so broken by Techno, it caused 21 of them to team against him and his 2 teammates. This is
21
Minecraft
versus
Open.
3.
Minecraft Ultimate took place on July 25th, featuring 220 creators, some of which include Captain Sparkles, Tommy Innit, Fruitberries, Bad Boy Halo, Spifey, Jerome ASF, Fundy, FitMC, and countless more. Needless to say, this event was huge, but Techno almost wasn't in it. One day before the event, the two players who were teamed with Calvin and Exnisterio, who are both well-respected players in the community, dropped out of the event. They scrambled to find two more teammates to fill their team. They got in contact with Techno, but the event organizers said he would have to count as both people due to his viewership giving him a major advantage. Techno accepted because he thought it would be hilarious to see how many kills they could get as a team of 3 in an event with only teams of 4. Going into the event, his mindset was to do just that, get as many kills as possible. His plan to get kills was to get diamond armor. This task was extremely difficult as diamonds are very rare and each lucky block costs $10.
Jeez.
This means he would need a ridiculous amount of people to donate for the specific type of lucky block. And yet, that's exactly what happened.
40
this
of
pretty
them?
much made up for having one less player on their team. And the second grace period ended, the hunt began. After a few kills, they decided to all stack up on Techno and fly around using an elytra and fireworks to be able to find teams quickly. And thus began Technoblade. This went on for the majority of
That's
the
a
time.
reputation and a
Team
half.
after team had their dreams crushed by the three-man army. They eventually reached a team total of 100 kills, which is nearly half the total amount of players. It seemed no one could stop them, but then something unbelievable happened.
Oh, look at, they have an alliance!
Would they be able to win a 21v3? Here's how it played out. With a total of 116 kills, they won the event, making 220 creators look like absolute fools.
Wait, they got 116 kills when there's 220 creators in total. What? That's over half the lobby. They killed half of the game. Oh no.
This performance had shown major developments in Techno's training arc and proved once again that he was one of the best players ever. The majority of people still believed Dream was better, but Techno would soon have his chance to prove otherwise. Just 6 days later, 2 major developments took place that would set the stage for the next month. First, the teams for Minecraft Championship 8 were posted, and for some reason they thought it was a good idea to team Techno and Dream. I have no idea how they looked over that multiple times and decided it was fair, but hey, I'm not complaining. It was funny. Next, MrBeast replied in true MrBeast fashion, announcing that he wanted to have Techno and Dream duel for $100,000.
Jesus.
Now, nothing was official, but if this were to actually happen, it would be the biggest Minecraft duel in the history of the game. But for now, all the focus was on Minecraft Championship. For one day, all the arguing would stop. For one day, there would be no battle against each other. For one day, the two rivals would work together with one goal: win Minecraft Championship. On August 15th, the day finally arrived. Technoblade and Dream would join forces in Minecraft Championship 8. Hundreds of thousands watched as the tournament began. Needless to say, all the pressure was on them. They needed a good start. Amazingly, Game 1 was one of their team's strongest games, Parkour Warrior. Both Dream and Techno are exceptionally good at parkour, so it came as a surprise to no one when they finished the game in first place. So far, everything was going well, but there was a long road ahead. Game 3, Battle Box, was dominated by their team, winning 8 out of 9 rounds.
Jeez.
After Ace Race, their team was strong in first place. It seemed like absolutely nothing could stop them. Next was the audience poll, and since Dream and Techno had the most viewers in the competition, they basically got to pick the game. However, little did they know, the next few games would threaten their place in the final duel. Game 5 was Skyblockl, the first game in the back half of the tournament. Although far ahead, Dream and Techno were still far from clinching a spot in the finals. They would have to keep winning. And this was not a good start. In the span of one game, their lead had been obliterated, and they were now in second. After placing 5th in bingo, they moved down to 3rd place. As of now, the favorites for the event were out of range for the final duel, but there were still 2 games left. Game 7 was Build Mart. To win Build Mart, they would need everyone on their team to play well, and that's exactly what happened. They placed 2nd and moved up to 2nd place overall. It came down to the final game, Sands of Time. All they had to do was hold on to 2nd place, and they would have a chance to win the tournament in Dodgeball. This is how it went.
Oh, there's the parkour.
Here you go.
Where was I? I will. Dream, I think he's talking to you.
Yeah.
I think I have narrowed it down.
All right. Back. We have about 30 seconds.
Oh god, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Oh, did he die? Oh, we don't have sand.
We don't have time. Just leave.
It's fine. There's no time.
Leave.
Just leave. No time.
Look at Dream, he's stuck in the cage.
Oh my god. Boo. Boo. I think that's enough.
Barely made it.
Finals.
It was enough. They made it to Dodgeball. And now, all that stood between them and victory was the Aqua Axolotls. Round 1 was dominated by Techno. With 2 amazing dodges and 3 kills, they were now 1-0. In round 2, the Axolots killed Dream right off the bat. Then Techno killed Quig, but died shortly after, leaving Burin and Michael to try and clutch. After a close battle, Aqua won, making it 1-1. Round 3 started strong, but quickly changed momentum when Dream was killed by Quig. An epic dodge followed by a death left Burin alone in a 1v2. Then, this happened.
Take your time.
Nice!
Oh my god! Burn carry!
Suddenly, things started to look real good for them. Victory was in sight. Round 4 was going very well as it was down to a 1v3. All they had to do was hit 1 shot. But what happened next, nobody saw coming.
Dude! Okay, I'm out. I body blocked.
Oh, please.
Get
Take
it.
your time.
Come on, take it. Yeah, take it. We got all
Take
the
your time,
They have all
please.
their- Yeah, stay apart.
All right.
Dreams out. Burn, you got it.
Burn, you got an arrow.
Burn, the arrow's right behind you.
Please.
He's gonna predict where you're going, so you gotta be.
Please.
It all came down to this, the final round of Dodgeball. A month of buildup led to this moment. Techno was the first one dead, and suddenly the fate of the game was in the hands of Dream.
Yeah, let's block him.
Dream.
Oh, Dream, you got both of them.
Dream, please. I will tell everyone on my YouTube channel to subscribe to you.
Come on.
Thank you, Dream! Thank you, Dream!
Guys!
Dream was taken! #1 Minecraft player! Thank you! Thank you, Dream!
I have to say, having Techno and Dream team up is getting close to how the testing goes in Noxcure, at least when I was still a tester. And it was my one and only major complaint for being a tester in the Noxcure championship, or the Minecraft championship, not Noxcure championship. But I combined Noxcure Game Show with Minecraft championship. Let's move on. But the main issue that I had while testing is that they did allow friends to team up. And when a group of friends got in, sure, you're going to have better players and weaker players, right? Well, a bunch, and I mean a bunch of the better players, like the best players, would all start getting together and creating teams together. So you'd have literally some of the, like 3 of the best players among the testers on the same team, and it'd just be a complete wipe for them in almost every game. It'd be like 3 teams each and every test that it was like, okay, those are 3 teams that are likely going to win it, and most of the time they did. Once in a while, a team out of nowhere would pop up. Um, it's my only complaint I had throughout playing the tests of the MC Championship, and yeah. I mean, I guess I did have other complaints, especially since I complained about specific people a lot, and quite a few of them actually ended up getting banned for toxicity. But yeah, let's carry on.
With his final arrow, Dream sealed their victory, proving to everyone that him and Techno were undoubtedly the best. But one imminent question still remained. The biggest of them all. The question that would lead to one of the most important moments of Technoblade's career. A moment that will never be forgotten as long as Minecraft exists. The question was simple. Who was the best Minecraft player? Technoblade or Dream? When the teams for Minecraft Championship 8 were posted, MrBeast tweeted saying that he wanted to have Dream and Techno duel for $100,000. At this point, nothing was set in stone, but the community exploded with speculation about who they thought would win and why. Each side gained followers, and soon you were either Team Dream or Team Techno. One of the biggest conversations about the duel was what version it would be in. This was very important, as Dream specializes in 1.9 plus PvP, while Techno specializes in 1.8. This meant that whatever version the duel was played in would give one of them an immediate advantage over the other. No true speculation could be done until the details of the duel were made public. On July 1st, everyone got in a call to discuss how the duel would work, and a few days later, Dream was spotted talking about it in a Hypixel lobby. He stated that the duel would be best of 10, 5 duels on 1.16, and 5 duels on 1.8. This meant the fight would be even and would come down to who could beat the other player at their own version. Countless videos of predictions and updates on new information ensured that this would be the deciding factor of who was truly the best Minecraft player.
Alright, so I actually haven't seen this, or I know it happened. I know it happened, I don't know what happened. I never really cared that much, to be completely honest. I mean, cool, $100,000 to people who are already famous. You know, it's just a casual Mr. Beast thing, more or less, is what I'm getting at. It's not like the people are the reason. It's just, you know, it's just another Mr. Beast thing. But my quick prediction here, since I actually haven't seen this, is I think Techno's gonna win. Because Techno specializes in PvP. Dream sure may be a speedrunner, controversial one, questionable. And he does have really good, like, actual parkour and stuff like that, but when it comes to PvP, there's only one man in this duel that has been a top 10 player in the world.
The two spent the next month training, learning every trick, attempting to get every edge possible against their opponent. As the weeks went by, tension continued to rise between the two sides. Everyone had their own predictions about what they thought would happen. Until finally, on Thursday, August 27th, they all got in a call and recorded the duel. Later, they announced the video would be posted that weekend. In 2 days' time, one of them will be $100,000 richer. Over a month of analyzing footage, comparing skill, and making predictions would finally come to a close, and the sun would rise with a new king of Minecraft. The day of the duel finally arrived, and everybody was on the edge of their seat waiting for the notification. Excitement went through the roof as we would finally find out who won. At 11 a.m. PST, the premiere began, and in 14 minutes, we would have a winner. Here is what happened in those 14 minutes. The version of the first battle was to be decided by a coin flip. Heads, and the first fight would be 1.8. Tails, and it's 1.16. The coin landed on heads, which meant the first duel would be fought on Techno's version 1.8. The duel began, and the world watched as the two began to fight. After the initial battle, it looked like Dream was going to win, but Techno knocked him onto a platform and used math to get 2 free hits. All he had to do was finish it. and that's exactly what happened.
That's
Round 1
how
went to
Minecraft
Techno.
works.
They established in the rules of the duel that every fight would switch versions to keep someone from immediately gaining a huge lead. So round 2 would be fought on Dream's home field, 1.16. Techno came out strong, getting 2 axe crits on Dream, taking out nearly half his health in seconds. However, the back half of the fight was owned by Dream, who came back and won round 2. Although Dream won, everyone realized just how close the two were in skill on both versions. This would come down to the end. Battle number 3 was back on 1.8, and the score was 1-1. Still anybody's game. Dream went in first, getting a quick combo, but Techno pulled it back, and after the first interaction they both had 8 hearts left. After a long stalemate, they finally went back to fighting. It was incredibly close. Techno got 1 extra hit, and that's what won it for him. He finished the round with half a heart. Now that Techno was back in the lead, the pressure was once again on Dream. Round 4 took place in 1.16 again. Techno took sudden interest in the floor and then began to attack. After a quick exchange, Techno was up 3 hearts on Dream. This was his chance to change the tide. The two went at it again, trading axe crits until Techno killed Dream, sparing 3 hearts. He had just beaten Dream at his own version. With a comfortable 3-1 lead and the next duel being fought on Techno's version, things were looking up. But all the momentum disappeared when Dream got an insane combo that saved his chances at victory. The duels were halfway over and Techno held a 3-2 lead.
Techno wasn't able to get knocked back further because he had a block behind him, meaning that it was easier to get combos on him while it still was moving his positioning a bit.
At this point,
which would be a big reason why he could get a
300,000
combo.
people were watching the premiere, which is nearly 5 football stadiums worth of people. The stakes were incredibly
Jeez.
high, and the back half of the games would decide it all. Dream dominated Game 6 in 1.16, winning with 7 out of 10 hearts remaining. The biggest win of the day. The game was now tied at 3-3. They traded the next 2 duels and suddenly it was 4-4. This meant whoever won would not be able to lose the duel. Although round 9 took place in 1.8, Dream got the early lead and Techno ran away to regen. After lots of running, they began to fight again. They traded hits and Techno started to pull ahead until Techno had taken the pressure off himself and placed it all on
That's at least
Dream.
12 pizzas.
The worst he could do was tie. With hundreds of thousands watching and 100k on the line, this final duel would decide it all. Technoblade, once an above-average Skywars player, was now battling in front of nearly 10 million people in what would be the biggest duel in gaming history. And he was 1 game away from victory. This is what happened. He had done it. He had bested Dream. In a career built from number 1s, he finally had 1 more to add to the collection. The biggest of them all. Technoblade was now the best Minecraft player. In his 6-year journey on YouTube, Technoblade has put together one of the most impressive and accomplished careers of any Minecraft player, and I don't think he's quitting anytime soon. If you had any bit of enjoyment during this video, please subscribe, it would mean the world to me. I'm working on many more videos just like this one, so make sure you have notifications on to always catch a new video when it drops. And with that, there's only one thing left to say. We win these.
Now that was a great video. I am not gonna lie to you. A very long one. I'm not sure if I'll do reaction videos of videos that are this long because I'm just gonna quickly tab out here on my side. Yeah, I added an extra 15 minutes. I specifically tried to not pause too many times and just talk over some smaller bits so that I wouldn't make this 2 hours long. But yeah, if you guys have made it all the way here, thank you for watching it this far. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you enjoyed the actual documentary itself, please leave a like there. Let's do that on camera here for you. Yeah, you click that, and if this button's red and says subscribe without the D, you click on that for him. All right, all right. That's gonna be all for now. If you guys enjoyed, again, please leave a like, subscribe, and have a great day. Bye bye.